eyes down for the boat. Good morning people. Monday. We're up on the field and apparently it's going to be a storm tonight or this afternoon. So what we're going to do today is, the first thing, we're going to get this trailer and we're going to put an 8x4 sheet on it and see if we can't use it to bring all that stuff back from up at the runs up there that we're taking down without breaking our backs. Okay, see you later. 2CV tractor out and in use, and the trailer affixed with a bit of WD-40. Right, here we go. Strip the old rotten wood off and try and put an 8x4 on it. I'll bring you back in a bit when we've done it. Bye now. There we are folks, 15 minutes later and a nice sheet of 8x4 screwed onto it. Of course we haven't got any number plates on it, so we have to be careful not to take it onto the road, but other than that, how useful is that? Yes, I know it needs sides on it and it needs doing all sorts with it, but for now it'll just do the job, and when it eventually breaks, as no doubt it will, we can fix it properly. Put new timbers on the chassis and maybe even some mud guards on it. It's not like we'll really need mud guards. No, not hammerite paint. Not hammerite paint. If we're going to have hammerite paint, it's got to go to Bransburton for sandblasting. Otherwise I'm not touching it.
Lovely red wheels to go with the tractor.
Yes, red wheels to go with the tractor, I know. Right, we're off to do some work. Right folks. We have a clear area, almost, apart from some wood that is drying out in the sun, although apparently there's going to be a biblical storm tonight, so there you go. But we've managed to clear all this area down, rake it all out, get all the bits of metal out, and it's now ready to cut with the one of the lawnmowers. So there we go. Right, I think we're going to go up to the runs and take some more wire off. I'll see you in a bit. Well folks, 3:30 Monday. It looks like the biblical storm that's supposed to happen this afternoon is about upon us. So we're calling it a day for today. But we've made a massive clearance. We've got all that wood out of here. And just round this corner is the tractor with the second load on it, and boy, does having a trailer make a difference. Right, I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye now. Morning folks, Wednesday, and we've bodged together a carpet dryer, so all this what shall we call it, Doncaster textural fabric, even though it's old carpet, has been laid in the grass to keep the weeds, suppress the weeds, and it's burning. It's all going to burn. So there you go. What a wonderful fire. It's a pyre to Dame Greta, PhD. ONS. Bye now. Well, that made short work of that lot, didn't it? That's really taken over. But also we've moved the tractor to the maintenance area because already we've got a flat tyre on the trailer. Pretty predictable, but there you go, the farmer's nightmare. Bye now. So here we go folks, still Wednesday, rain stop play. It's now pretty miserable out there, windy, cold and rainy. So, put the lamp back together. Now, this is complicated. I of course just tore it to pieces in my usual cavalier fashion, and Now we're left with the task of putting it back together. So what do you do when you've got all these parts and you're looking at something and you're thinking, oh shit. Right, what you do is get all the parts out. You divide them into groups and you count them. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8 of those. We've got 4 of these. We've got lots of different size spaces. 2 of those, 4 of those. We've got various of these, some large diameter and some small diameter. Well, the first thing we find out is that the lamp holder is a small diameter one. Right, so we've sorted that out. And we already know that these spring washers that put tension on the joints go like that. But I would dare say that there's also one at the other side. So, with that said, we can have a go at assembling it. So that's what I'll do, and if I get anywhere I'll bring you back. Bye now. And so, by a process of counting and elimination, and also noticing for the first time that these fish plates are of different sizes. Right, so at the top, next to the lamp holder, we have that bit in between the gears. That's the outer covers, and these are the screws that hold it together. So we can now progress and put that first joint together, which looks to me like it could be fiddly. Okay, bye now. And there we have it, folks. First joint assembled. So we've got a 2 figure of 8 plates on the inside, 2 figure of 8 plates on the outside, 4 thrust washers and 4 screws. And I think we'll agree that that is working very well indeed. So, on to the next one. But unfortunately, it's 5 o'clock. So I'm going home. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye now. Morning, folks. Thursday. I don't know if you can hear, but it's absolutely pouring with rain outside, so no field work today. That's the second joint prepared with the little tube, the spacer and the 2 fish plates in the middle. And so now we repeat that, put the other end on here, and that's the next joint in position. So as you can tell, I'm continuing to rebuild the lamp for the Harrison mill. I'll bring you back in a minute when I've got this joint back together. Bye now. Right, we've got to this stage. We've got both spacers in, and we've got the internal, what you want to call them, fish plates, friction plates on. So then we fit the external ones over there, and then we fit the 2 springs like that. These are Belleville washers. They're like an inverted spring. And then you play the, whoops, start again. And then you fit the outer cover on with the 2 screws, and that's that joint done. I've already put the other side one on. So there you go. Right, I'll crack on and I'll bring you back when I'm fitting the final bracket. Bye now. Right, folks, here we have stage 1 of assembling the joint. So we put 2 fish plates, 2 spacers, right, and that's assembled. Then we take that pin out and we slide that end onto there, put the pin back in. Quite simple, but I have realised that some of these plates had burrs around here, and the spacer wouldn't go in easily. So I've just relieved the burrs now, and it should be all assembled simply. And then, of course, these spring-loaded bits go on. But the problem with these spring-loaded bits is that they have to fit over that peg. So you have to slide the tube one way, put that one in, slide the tube right back, and put the other one in. So let's see how we do. Let's go to the next level. That's it, folks. That went together remarkably easy. These actually just click on. You turn them sideways and then just put them on like that, and they fit on and they click onto the spacers. These 2 bolts are just the tension, and they're just behind these two covers. For some reason I've got those over, and I think the reason is because they have been put on like that, doubled up, because I think they've been stuck together, right? But I'm going to just whip the other joints apart and make sure that I've put them in all the other joints. But I'm sure I have. I think they've been put on stuck together. But who knows? They might be needed to provide extra friction. But I can't see why, because the whole thing seems to be beautifully adjusted and really easy to move. And it holds itself up as well. Right, onward. Right folks, we've got the lamp holder refitted. Fiberglass sheathing on the live and neutrals of the lamp holder. And a separate earth wire which I'm going to put on top of this plate and into one of those screws. So, it's coming along. Bring you back in a minute. Bye now. And there we are folks, complete with the shade. Fiddly, but done. So, we're ready to go to the milling machine and put it on. Let's go. Right folks, here's the two lamps together. This is the, I think later, and perhaps cruder, MEM light, which stands for Midland Electrical Manufacturers, MEM. They also make switchgear and starters and all sorts. Very good gear. This is the Lovolite, complete with badge, Lovolite, which was fitted as standard to the Harrison mill, and altogether better piece of kit, probably a lot more expensive. I'll show you what the other end is like, because it came complete with this type of switch box. Now unfortunately the guts is missing out of there, but I've got the identical Lovolite transformer box on the mill already, so, and that has the guts in it, so I'm going to put that together now. We'll go over there and do it. See you in a minute. And there it is folks, fitted as original. I need to tighten that joint up there because that's still sagging, but the rest of it's fine. Now this is the control box, and this is the transformer unit. Now the transformer unit is missing from the inside of that other box, unfortunately, but that goes on there, and when you press the switch down it operates. Sorry, I'm just going to mess you around with this. When you press the switch down, it operates a lever. Can you see that? That lever there. I'm doing this one-handed. Like that. And it makes contact under there. Like that. And switches the transformer on. Built like a British battleship. Right. I'm going to put this back on, find a bulb, see if it works. Bye now. There we go folks. It's 5 o'clock. It's on. And after a bit of faffing about, looky here. And guess what that is in there? That is a 240 volt LED lamp, bayonet cap, that I've just had an accident with and broken the blooming envelope, which is glass, believe it or not plastic. Right? But that would be easily, I would have thought, sufficient light. Right? Now that is a 240 volt one, make no mistake, and that's running on 50 volts. Right? And how I guessed this would work is because last year we had an electrical fault on the 3-phase. One of the phases was down, not here, at the substation, and I couldn't understand what was going on, because as I walked into the mains to test the mains, the light was on. And I thought, but that's working. And yet I've no power at all. I've no phases at all in the workshop. And what I found was the one phase that was feeding the single phase in the room through there had actually got 50 volts on it when I tested it. So there you are, there's a 240 volt LED working on 50 volt. Now it's not as bright as it would be on 240, but I think that's probably adequate. Because 50 volt bulbs are expensive. Will this be 50 volts or will it be 25? It's the transformer's centre tap to earth, so whatever voltage comes out of the transformer, the shock voltage to earth is half of it. But it does say 50 volt, and you can get 50 volt bulbs. I'm looking for some 50 volt LEDs. But there we are. It's finished. It's working. Isn't that wonderful? The problem was in here, because it didn't work at first. The problem was in here, and you have to make sure that when you put the front back on, that the two contacts that go onto the two phase connections at the bottom go into the socket, which obviously they now are doing. Right, that's it for Thursday, so I'll love you and leave you. See you all tomorrow for Friday's fun and games. Bye now. There we go, folks. An original Lovolite installed on its transformer box and working. Now then, whilst we're on Harrison Mills, I want to tell you about the YouTube channel of a good mate of mine called Carl Wilson. Now Carl is an ex-aeronautical engineer, may still be an aeronautical engineer actually, but he's got a smashing workshop, he's got a Harrison lathe as well. He's very skilled and he's very worth a watch, because he goes about all the work he does in a really careful and measured way, and it is a great pleasure to watch an absolute expert at work. So go and have a look at Carl Wilson. Just look up Carl Wilson Harrison milling machine and you'll get him straight away. Bye now. Typical. Look at that. As soon as I mention his channel, he's off having a cup of tea. Carl Wilson Harrison horizontal vertical milling machine restoration part 1. See you later. Morning folks. Friday, and it's 110 in the polytunnel. Glorious. Out here it's not too bad either.
Sunny.
It's sunny. We had an incredible downpour last night, as you can see by that. The tyres on the trailer have stayed up, so I reckon we must have just been running it too soft and rolled it off the bead. So we're on again. What? What's that?
You're about to get
Oh! Oh no! Whoa, 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 whoa! There are dogs. There are dogs. There they go again. Oh my God! There's Alright, 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 alright.
Hey,
Ah! That's what happens here sometimes. We didn't know the dogs were out.
we didn't know they were still out. Good girl, good girl.
There you go. We'll get some work done in a minute. Bye now. 160 amp bill isolator for all those bits to go back in. And we'll have to get this done because this afternoon the new supply went in the Legion. And so we'll soon be ready for getting it wired up. Unfortunately, whilst we have a supply, we have no meters till the end of next month. So we'll be using a temporary supply to get it all installed as much as we can till the meters come in. But this is the first thing in line from after the meters, so we need to crack on with it. Right, that's it for this week's folks. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for liking. Get subscribed. Press the button. press the black bell, and then you'll always get notified when I make a new video. So I'll see you all next week. Bye for now.